along with Adam, we're going to be playing some more God of War. Going to mess up some more Norse gods as we do. That's Sindri over there. Say hi, Sindri. I'm going to take a minute to just make sure that all of our Twitter whatnots are aligned and the stream's posted and everyone knows what's up, and that I can get the comments going here so we can actually have some back and forth, and I can read what's going on. But Adam, could you take a second to introduce yourself, please? And if he's not clear in the chat, I can raise his volume a little bit so that we can make sure that Adam's coming through. So here, go ahead.
Okay, I'm Adam. As of last week, vaguely, officially, also called Purple. I am a specialist in Old Norse and Icelandic literature. I'm currently doing a graduate degree at the University of Iceland in Viking and Medieval Norse Studies. I also happen to know Red and Blue from School and Associates, so I'm joining on this stream for the past few weeks to help out and trying to be a resident expert.
Awesome, because I know absolutely nothing about Norse mythology. Like, honestly, you'd think that knowing Red, I have a handle on what's going on, but really, it is very little that I know, and it's mostly tangential from Marvel movies. So Adam's going to be my eyes and ears for this one. But without further ado, Adam, you had something you wanted to say about this giant-ass dragon, Hreizlir. Is that correct? From last time?
So yeah, Hreizlir, it's specifically on the name because, unfortunately, there are a bunch of dragons in Norse myth. Very few of them have names, and most of them are just kind of glorified snakes that get killed with arrows.
Nice.
But the name Hreizlir is probably a corruption of form of the word Hreisla, which is terror. So as a rough translation, it would be translated as terrorizer.
That's badass. Let's upgrade this bow a little bit so that our boy can have a nice bow to do my terrible... there we go. All right, cool. Yep, all right. Later, Sindri. I don't care about your side quests. I do not have the time and patience for that. So we are trying to, for those of you who haven't seen the rest of the stream... ooh, that's a chest. Nope, can't do that. I recommend checking out the other ones, but if you're here, basic plot is Kratos, coming over from the Greek world, had a kiddo, and his wife just died, so they're going to the top of the highest peak to scatter her ashes, and we are on the way up to do exactly that. So I'm going to try to...
After a very long diversion in Alpine...
after a very long... uh-oh, there we go, new enemy type. Cool. If my audio is weird or if Adam's audio is weird, please just tell us in the chat. We'll do our best. But there's only so much that we can do, or at least in this case I can do. It was easier when Red was here, but now I'm all alone in my room playing video games. Let's see what we got here. But feel free to ask us historical questions, mythological questions. Red's here in the chat, so... nope. Oh, right, I can shoot those. Nope. I can shoot... What can I shoot? There we go. Thank you, boy.
Oh, I do have one correction to make from the very first episode, when I said that revenants were an Irish thing, and they don't really exist in the Norse world. That is... I went and talked to more expert than me, and I
don't believe they exist.
So, the difference between Droigar and Revenants is that Droigar are not an Old Norse term particularly. They're the modern Icelandic word for the undead, but it's only used rarely in the sagas. There's a Flormana saga, and then there's a couple of the legendary sagas, but they tend to refer to demons more than undead. While the word for the transliteration of revenant into Icelandic, afturgungur, is the most common word used for what we would call droigar.
Gotcha.
So, it's quite literally revenant is the name for the undead in the Old Norse world.
Okay. Gotcha. We got two super chat questions here.
Yes.
One is from Julie Rosenberg. Hello, will you or Red ever do a video on Medea? We've done the Oresteia, we've done a little bit of stuff kind of in that vein. Definitely wouldn't be out of the question, even though we don't have any immediate plans for it. So look forward to it eventually, probably. It's sort of in the... Ooh, uh-oh. No fair, you can't do attacks, only I can do those. It's in the vein of stuff we've done, and we're likely to... Ooh, to get to it at some point. Ow. Alright, asshole. And then Prince Nicholas Valenti asks, Blue tell Red to release a album. She's oh my god. Nice job, boy. She's considered it, sort of not, because it's difficult to compile a bunch of stuff. And I guess from Red's perspective, it's like, why would I do that? They're only like snippets of songs. Just watch the video and get it there. But I don't know, maybe. Red, you're gonna hate me for this, but I feel like if everyone bothers her enough about it and indicates that there's a demand, then she might be tempted to put it up. I don't know. Maybe it's a Patreon reward. We'll see. I have not been looking out for these on our journey. I'm really trying to blitz through the main game here.
Yeah, these are things. What are these things?
Huh.
Oh, this is the creation. Hey, this is cool.
Let's hold this to
So
show
on
the
the
journey.
panel there, as Atreus is saying, that the first living being created out of the Ginnunga gap, that is Ymir, with giants coming out of his armpits. It's a thing.
Huh.
It's a thing, but it's a very strange thing.
Wow.
Yeah. Then in the center it looks... In the center panel it looks like we've got Yggdrasil.
Yep, that looks about right.
Oh, then... Red, you're actually not right there. The cow Oidholma licked Bor, Odin's grandfather, out of an iceberg, not Ymir. And that's on the right panel is the killing of Ymir. Looks like with you can see Sleipnir, the eight-legged horse of Odin, and then Vie and Vili as the two other people standing in the back.
Man, this mythology is hardcore.
Yeah. The funny thing is that Sleipnir does not exist at this point, so while that's actually very accurate to how probably would have been drawn on statues, even though I don't think we have any of that scene in the actual archaeological record, but it's very likely that Sleipnir would be included with Odin, even though he didn't exist in that myth yet.
Huh. There we go. That's problem solving.
Ooh, I like that question. Arcuman11 asks, would you say that the Norse mythology here is presented better than the Greek mythology in the original trilogy?
Ooh, Adam, are you familiar with the previous games? I know Red is sort of tangentially familiar with it.
I've played part of 3, but I haven't played... know the plots of 1 and 3, but I haven't played them.
Yeah. At least from my perspective, I'd say that the Greek mythology in the original God of War games is probably the equivalent of like what high fantasy is to the actual Middle Ages, where everything, aesthetically is sort of in the right place, but just dialed up a bunch. All the monsters are pretty much par for the course. They do some stuff with the gods. They play around with scale a lot. Everyone, sort of like this game, is their angriest, worst versions of themselves. So Athena usually cuts a pretty regal figure, but she's portrayed as almost entirely, well, not entirely, but she's portrayed not great in the God of War games. So I'm not sure how this Norse mythology would end up working out. So, but what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same thing going on here. Basically, the areas like Alfheim we talked a lot about is completely made up. There's almost no historical reference to Alfheim at all. So we'll that being said, I think this game does more to tell the actual stories than they did in the original trilogy with the Jotnar panels that with like what we just found, actually telling the stories reasonably, not perfectly, basically just following Snarty, but definitely doing it reasonably.
Okay.
So, but in terms of how they actually appear in game, here both the Revenants here, even though they're called Draugar, and with Baldur we saw earlier, and Freya.
Allegedly Baldur. Allegedly. We don't know that yet. Wait like 3 seconds and then we'll learn that officially. And Red's saying, oh, the summit, you guys must be so close.
So close?
Making fun of when we first played this game, and I was like, oh man, the summit, we must be so close. And then, oh boy, were we not.
Yeah, not even close.
I'd say we're probably at the 1/4 mark of this game.
Yeah.
Boop. Pop goes the Revenant.
I'm curious as to how they managed to delay.
Be curious no longer, as we're about to. There we go.
Perfect.
Big red flag is stuff that we can't break through with the tools that we have. We're going to be back here later on in this game.
That works.
That's Game Design 101 for you. Where on Earth am I going? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is that a dude? There we go. Nope. Something else. Okay. Nobody tell him. That's Red.
Yes, thank you, Red. If you've not turned in yet and don't know, spoiler warnings are in effect, because I've not seen the overwhelming majority of this game before.
Is it here?
So
here it is.
we're just going to keep me in the dark, and we'll talk about things after they happen.
Uh-oh. That's not a bad omen.
The man who came to our house. You said you killed him.
I wonder if you guys in the chat can hear what's going on. I've got my volume on my actual game pretty low, so.
You two still tripping over yourselves to impress Daddy?
Let's see. Adam, any thoughts on who those guys are?
Where would they go next? Why
Who?
would I know that?
The two dudes who aren't Baldur. Yeah.
Smarter than all
You're a little bit behind me on the stream. That's right. There's a slight delay.
I'm guessing one of them is Vidar. So I'm guessing those are the other young sons of Odin,
your father won't
who are supposed to survive after Ragnarok. What are the names? Vali and Vidar?
Close, but not quite. You might get the answer to that in a second.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, these are the sons of Thor.
Ding ding.
Because there's the two sets of brothers that survived Ragnarok. Are the sons of Odin and the sons of Thor, and Baldur comes back to life. And then
You're
there's
correct.
a human, man, and woman.
These are indeed the sons of Thor.
Okay, excellent. They looked far more how I expected TM Vikings to look compared to Baldur.
Just let him leave.
Do as I say.
Yeah, Baldur's definitely going Supreme Edgelord with his no shirt, tattoos everywhere, and undercut vibe, isn't he?
me.
Like, overwhelmingly, in a fairly problematic way.
All the creatures of the nine realms.
We can talk more when we actually will see him again.
Yeah.
Closer.
Which
Better.
I hope that we'll be able to close out this stream with running into those two lovely gents again. But if not, that'll probably be first thing on the next stream. We'll see. I'll probably go for about 2 hours. That's the goal, and then maybe a little more, a little less, depending on what we manage to finish up. But yeah, Colby Steele says, finally a historically accurate video game. Thank you for your
Yeah,
super chat donation. Adam, I don't think we should tell him or her. Is
Yeah,
Colby?
no, this is completely historically accurate. This all literally happened.
Yep, all literally truth as written in the words. I don't know if Colby is. I mean, I think it's gonna be both. I don't know. I don't want to fall into this trap. It's like the episode of Drake and Josh where they make fun of that guy for having a girl's name, and then they get left on the street for like days. Now I'm the asshole. Sorry, Colby. What the hell is going on here?
This is the last known bridge to Jotunheim in all the realms.
Oh, that's how they're doing it. This is the wrong mountain. Okay.
They literally, like, Mario'd us. I'm sorry, but your 9 realms are in other realms. Or your highest peak is in another realm. Those are the words I'm looking for. It's funny because I can't do words sometimes when I'm trying to multitask.
A long time ago.
But today, the winds of fate have kicked up a strange vortex of coincidence.
Okay, so wait, the part you have to go to Jotunheim.
You need to go. And luckily for you, my schedule's wide open.
Kratos is like, damn it, wife.
It's your best.
Yeah.
Why did you not give me more specific instructions?
It's the one
Oh,
place
there you go and die and leave me to figure things out for myself.
I know, so inconsiderate.
What do we do?
Yes!
First, you need to cut off my head.
Wait, what?
Odin made no weapon, not even his hammer to free my body from these bonds. But fortunately, you don't need my body. The trick is, we need to
No.
find someone who can reanimate my head using the old magic.
I think that's...
There's a witch.
Wait, let me see...
Red says, Mimir, it's dangerous to go alone. Take my severed head. Or Mimir is saying, it's dangerous to go alone. Take my severed head.
Every day,
True.
Odin himself sees to it personally, and believe me, there is no end to his creativity.
So,
Every
let's see...
this.
What I'm trying to check is... Odin sacrificing his eye, because I'm seeing one of his eyes is glowing here, but he's blind on the other eye.
Yeah.
And that's... I need to check on that one to see if he actually started blind, or if he was just getting...
They were saying, the other guys on the mountain were saying, quiet or we'll take out your other eye, so I think that was the implication of one of Odin's punishments was, de-eyeing him in half.
I'm going to go
Okay.
Fair enough.
Because that's Odin. Odin is the one who sacrifices his own eye. But where is it? Yeah, I'll need to keep looking. So, if you got other thoughts, we'll come back to it.
Yuna! We're going to Yuna!
When I first looked at a couple videos of gameplay of God of War, I thought, why is there a head attached to Kratos' belt? And my friend said, not important.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Silver Gargamon says, hey guys, thanks for reawakening my fascination in mythology. Just wondering what your guys' take on the Roman gods. I'm glad that the Roman gods are the Greek gods, but I wish the Roman gods had a little more creativity with them being gods. I don't know. Like, I get it. They only had so much time between, like, taking Greece and then getting, Christianified. But I wish they went a little bit further with it. Pretty much all you get are just palette swaps and, this character behaves in this way now. Aphrodite's more important because she's the mother of Rome, yada, yada, yada. But I wish there was a little more oomph to it, a little bada bing to make it just that much more Italian. Kratos stars in the Lollipop Chainsaw. That's funny.
Okay, so yeah, I think the group here is actually conflating Odin and Mimir to some extent, because Mimir is beheaded. Beheaded long before. According to Snorri, Mimir was beheaded in the war between the Aesir and the Vanir, which he interprets as between the Swedes and the Danes. So, yeah.
So here's a little map of where we've been. We got the Wildwoods, River Pass, Lake of the Nine, Foothills, Top of the Mountain, and a whole bunch of other stuff that will be filled in later. So let us return
there's
to
a lot of map left. Wow.
Brock's shop. Let's see.
Okay.
In we go. Yeah, when I saw someone says fancy map, Terry Machad, I was very sad when I saw this map for the first time and thought, wow, I will never be able to make a map that looks that good.
True.
Ooh, what on earth
Very
is
true.
down there? Something we'll find out in about 10 hours. That's the funny thing is you come back to the game and you know what's up now, so suddenly you have a lot more insight into what on earth is going on with all of this stuff. That's cool.
I really hope we find a giant somewhere in that mountain. I guess they really did leave Midgard, except for the serpent.
Let's see.
Maybe the last of us gone.
Red says, I like how all myths are true worlds try very hard to avoid tackling how these myths coexist. Doesn't Sandman basically make that work? It's not all myths, but they have a lot of different stuff. It's like DC, there's some other... I don't know, I don't know a lot about Sandman. I just know that they have kind of a American Godsy similar... Whoa, there we go. Similar setup of, hey, here it goes. It's all in one place. Have fun. I'm not super familiar.
Yeah.
What? I'm on a fucking break. Be screeching at you whenever you're twiddling your
Okay. We got more dwarves here.
Brock is so absurdly
okay.
crass. I mean, it's kind of hilarious, but he's just so... I don't give a fuck about everything.
I know.
Good. Not what I was offering.
Let's see. Adam Bosman says, hi, thanks to your channel, mainly Red's Trope Talks, I'm going to write a fantasy shonen-styled story. This is my thanks. Thank you, Adam. It's very kind of you to say, and very kind of you to make a super donation to say that. Good luck. Writing stuff is tricky, but part of the whole reason that we're here is to make it easier for people to learn about history, mythology, and hopefully with stuff like Trope Talks, how to actually write stories. Because, I mean, God knows I've used some Trope Talk stuff for a story I was writing last year, so glad that it's going well. And even in general, to anyone who's like considering writing a story, give it a shot. Worst thing that happens is you don't finish it, but you learn something about it in the process, and then maybe next time it'll work. So if you have the time, I figure never any harm in trying. That's general life advice.
Yep.
Let's see, where are we going to? That way. Yeah, whatever. Don't really care. It's Kratos probably not very interested in whatever the heck Brock has to say. Wow, I made that bird go poof. That's horrifying. There is a bunch more side explory stuff that I could do, but that takes like time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So back to the Witch's Cave we go.
You know the game way better than I do, so if there's any stuff that you think is
yeah,
relevant and mythologically interesting, we can do that. Otherwise, I think we just do main story. We'll just keep trying down the difficulty. Oh wait,
I've already hit the bottom. There's nowhere to go but down. My hope is that we can get to a couple interesting little side elements of the Leg of the Nine, because there's some fun kind of hub world type stuff to see. But I want to save that for after this next broad episode. Someone asked. Colby Steele asked, 2 wins, Kratos and Atreus versus Moana and Maui. I am going to get some flack for this. I don't really know the story of Moana and Maui that much. I didn't watch Moana. I've heard only good things about it. I'm not up on really any of the new Disney stuff, so I know I'm basically a war criminal. But as far as I can tell, Kratos and Atreus having explicit brutal god powers, I would give them the edge. But again, that's knowing nothing about Moana and Maui other than Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is a living god.
Well, that's true. But also, Kratos would definitely beat Maui because it is true. When it comes to a straight fight, a war god beats the trickster god archetype basically every time. Maui is very much a trickster god. He's far more akin to Prometheus, would be a reasonable comparison point. Or
Gotcha.
He's also a demigod, not a full deity originally.
He doesn't even count. No, kidding. Subscribe to PewDiePie says, can you do a history of Mesopotamia? Boy, do I have fucking good news for you. Stay tuned. You have no idea what I was literally spending today doing. The answer is exactly what you would guess based on the preamble to that statement.
Apparently, Red disagrees with me that War God in a straight fight beats a Trickster God. Which is sometimes fair. At the same time, War DD's, well...
No, get back here later.
Here is kind of the best, or even Odin's son is a good example of this. He's far more of a war god than Odin is. Fenrir eats Odin and then gets ripped in half by his son, who's the god of war and of shoemakers.
And of shoemakers.
And of shoemakers. He has a boot made of all the scraps of leather from all the shoes made in the world, and with it he will step in Fenrir's mouth and rip the dog in half.
Huh. You know, I respect that he's a man of many talents. Uh-oh, that's not right. Which way do I shoot? Oh, we gotta go exploring the witch's cave.
Also, Kratos has beat Trickster gods before. This is God of War rules, nothing applies.
Yeah, he murdered the shit out of, not quite, Hermes is a trickster god, but, he killed Hermes, pretty dead in that last game.
Yeah. Oof. Okay.
Let's see, what are we doing here? I'm forgetting exactly how to progress, but hopefully we'll... Aha! There we go.
Got it?
Boy, make it explode. Here we go. Thank you, sir. I appreciate your generous donation to my purse. Ooh, get rid of you. Oh, if I had the right tools, I can get in there, but...
Is that a later thing?
That is a later thing. That's where you get the Valkyrie fights. Are all behind those doors.
Ah. Ooh. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, the treasure maps. That's right. Not gonna bother.
Okay. Strike Buitzel asks, "What is Loki god of in Norse?" Because I've heard that he's a god of fire. That's not. He's not. He's a god of magic, arguably. A god of shapeshifters alongside Odin. But he's not really a god of anything. Any association with fire is actually not. Is part of due to a linguistic coincidence, not really any.
Yeah, those happen a surprising amount of time that you get something where there's a presumed association that's really just nothing more than a coincidence upon some further digging. I can't think of any examples off the top of my head, but I ran into one of them not much more than a month ago.
Yeah. So like the association with Loki and fire is the fact that the Norse word, one of the Norse words for fire is logi, L-O-G-I.
I can see where that confusion would start up.
Yeah, and so it's actually the source of a pun in the story of Thor and Utgar the Loki. Who has nothing to do with Loki, although he does appear in it. Utgar the Loki is someone completely different. But one of as part of getting in there, they had Utgar the Loki says, if you want to stay at my place overnight, you've all got to each do some kind of íþrótt here, which is a sport or a boast of some kind. Loki says, I can eat better than anyone, which I respect.
That's the correct answer.
And so he's like, oh sure, yeah, I'll just call someone from down the hall, hey Loki, get over here. And they do an eating contest, but since Loki is literally fire, he eats all of the food and the plate it's on, Well, Loki just eats all the food.
Loki is Aeneas confirmed.
Yep.
That's really cool. Word of Crows Runic Summon. Ooh, this one looks good. I like this one because the stun is useful, so I'm going to keep Wrath of the Wolf. Camden Pearson asks, would you ever do a video on certain video game lores? We've kind of thrown around a couple of ideas of like fun kind of bonus videos, like making fun of the backstory of like video games and TV shows that we're not familiar with, but we're not entirely sure if that's going to happen anytime soon. As for like proper videos trying to get into the way that video game lore works, there are other places that do that better, and we wouldn't want to blur that line between not to say real myths, but like more typically accepted to be accurate, like anthropological civilization myths and stuff that's more grounded in reality than something that a good writer came up with. So we don't like to blur those lines if we can avoid it. So probably nothing explicitly serious on the subject of like video game lore, but there is a possibility that we'd kind of do like something funny, essentially. But I wouldn't. Nope, I missed that one. There we go. Yeah. Oh, we got another one. How hard is it to find stuff on Welsh mythology? Asks Aaron. I don't know. I've never looked at anything for Welsh mythology. That's gonna be a question for Red. Sorry, but I'm hoping to get into Welsh, English, Scottish, Irish, all that stuff, history at some point. But there are a couple things that I need to get through first. Yes, boy, it is heavy. Nothing on it yet that I've been able to do, but hopefully sometime soon. And that's actually been a really nice thing of my recent video making habits since graduating college, is that I can afford to take the time to just sit down and read a book for 2 or 3 straight days and then just hammer out a script. Whereas before I had to kind of forage for spare time when I could and work on stuff that I already work on stuff that I already kind of knew. So it was harder to fit research time in between the cracks. But now, like Mesopotamia, I knew nothing about Mesopotamia on Monday, as a Twitter post of mine can attest, and now I have a script done. So it's crazy how that stuff can happen sometimes. There we go, 3 seals destroyed. Let's go get that chest.
Red recommended the Babylonian, which is a good choice. Also, Geoffrey of Monmouth was Welsh, and a lot of his stuff it kind of goes into Britannic folklore. So, as another source, primary source, just read the Historia Regum Britanniae.
Let's see. Pedro says, matriculations! Yes. For those of you Shadowversity fans in the audience, yes. The best feature of any castle is the matriculations! Not to give my poor neighbors a heart attack, but you can only scream that word. You can't just say it half-assed. You really gotta go for it. I always have to be careful watching Shadowversity's videos on castle design, medieval history, and even some sword videos, because sometimes he'll just pop in and show up with a casual 80 million decibel loud cry of matriculations, and then pop go my eardrums. So it's a dangerous game watching Shadowversity videos. It's usually worth the risk, but be warned, not for the faint of hearing. Camden asks, have you ever thought about doing things like monster lore, like 1800s American myths or Russian myths? I think we actually talked about this a couple streams ago when Red was here in town with me. But some of the difficulties of more classic, like explicit folklore for more modern periods in time is that they're usually self-contained stories that don't have a lot outside of themselves, and usually they've been done in other places. So it's a tricky double-edged sword of there's not a lot to cover, and they've usually already been covered in some capacity, even though they are usually pretty interesting in the aggregate, if not each individual story being worth a video. So not sure we'll do anything of that regard, at least not anytime soon that we have in the plans, but anything's possible. I mean, hell, the Iliad story started off as a one-off, and look where we are now. My history video started off as a one-off, and look where we are now. Anything's possible. I do like that they have Atreus lead the way in case you're lost, so you can just follow Boy to get to where you're going. That's good game design.
That's what he told me it was.
Yeah.
Or it sounded like in my head.
Yeah, so another question from chat. Mordecai Einberg asks, why is Thor called the protector of mankind? He is kind of a jerk. He is kind of a jerk. But he's also really good at smashing truck and Yunga. So, as those things are even more of jerks, most of the time sometimes, he ends up really being the one who is guarding the eastern borders of Midgard from things that want to kill humans.
It's like the new Godzilla trailer. Can't live with him, can't live without him. It's a dangerous game, but he'll more often than not keep you taken care of, even if he's kind of a dick in the meantime. There we go. All right, XP acquired. Boy, read it.
Yes, sir. Death to the Raven God, Lord of the Hen.
That's metal as fuck, boy. Super cool. Let's see. Yes, people are asking in the comments, what about the dragons? Whenever there's any discussion, you always gotta ask, what about the dragons?
What about the dragons?
Honey, I went to the store to get some groceries, but what about the dragons? That's one question. Hey, I studied for my test and I did really well. Well, okay, but what about the dragons?
What about the dragons?
Yeah.
I knew you.
Let's see. I'm out of ideas. But any question can be, or any statement can be followed up with, but what about the dragons? That is the rule of Shadiversity, and the rule of the dragons.
Now.
Yes.
You were a gift.
Do what she says, boy.
So I've seen a couple other questions. Mass Peter asks, how accurate is the Magnus Chase series? As with all things Rick Riordan has written, he does his research, and then he does what he wants with the material.
Yep, and that's honestly the way to do it.
Pretty straightforwardly simplifying and retelling myths, but I mean, he has a glossary in the back of his books for a reason. He knows his stuff, and he's adapting it in specific ways to achieve his narrative desires.
Yep.
And that's pretty cool.
That's the way to do it, is provide every resource for someone figuring out what the actual kind of, as far as we're aware, original story is. But, take liberties where you feel like it suits your story, because as long as you're not making any deliberate attempt to mislead anybody by, putting a glossary in the back pretty much takes care of that, or an index, then I think you're fine. I agree that's the way to do it. Let's see. Razari Panders asks, your opinion of magic for the Warhammer universe. I, unfortunately, am not familiar with any of it. I always feel bad when someone asks a question like, what's your opinion of this? And I'm like, I don't have one because I don't know anything about it. But I haven't played any of the Warhammer games, 40k, anything like that. I know they're vaguely in the same universe, but I have no idea what the mechanics of it are, because one of them is like medievally type stuff, and one of them is robo-mech droids and stuff. Yeah, I get it. It's kind of cool that you have like a sort of high fantasy and a mega futuristic version of something, but for people like me, who don't really know a lot of it, it's tough to keep track of. Make sure you fully submerge your decapitated head.
Get me to pay attention
Gosh, look
to
at
40k, and I know nothing about regular Warhammer lore either.
Let me see.
Cameron Watson says, do you guys accept scripts from other people who study history and mythology to take and use for video? We don't, but we encourage you to start your own YouTube channel. Whenever someone says, hey, I want to join your team, we always say, that's really cool. We're not looking to grow our team, but we will give you all the advice you need to start off your own channel. Because more often than not, people would rather be in charge of their own things than let someone else do it for them. So happy to give some advice for starting a YouTube channel, but no, we don't take outside scripts, because there's problems with like verifying stuff and other things like that, and then it's we might as well write our own script in the first place. So if you have topic recommendations, book recommendations, great, we'll get to them when we get to them, but not actual scripts, unfortunately. Sorry. Let's see. A lot of plot going on here that I was not paying attention to. But now Freya has been outed as Freya. And Mimir's head is back. Kratos just bumped a wall into the door like an asshole.
Trust her.
Not nice.
Yeah.
She's a god,
Have I taught you nothing, boy?
but she's helped us a lot.
Some people value the privacy.
Yeah,
It's not to judge, brother.
When I require
Mimir knows what's up.
I will ask.
Fair enough. Get me to Tyr's temple in the Lake of Nine.
You're the one to fucking talk, mate, aren't you?
As promised.
That was Irish, not Scottish.
What's that?
I don't know. I mix up my UK and related territories accents a lot, even though I am actually half Scottish. The trick, as far as I'm aware, is just to say Glasgow and just keep saying that, and then you'll get into the accent. That's like the hook word that you need. Like with a Kratos voice, you just say "boy," and then you're there. You're automatically in the voice. Yeah. Glasgow is a good one for Scottish.
Yeah. I saw a way back in chat. Chat's been moving fast. Okay.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on there. It's a million miles an hour sometimes, and sometimes it's going at about 0 miles an hour. But
yeah, someone had asked if I've heard of Jackson Crawford and his YouTube channel. Yes, I have. He knows his stuff. There's a reason he is a tenured professor. He knows his stuff.
oops, yeah. Here we go.
And there's also a question from Corey Rayon to describe Saber.
You just said that, Amir.
So, magic in the Norse world is wee bit complicated. Basically can be split into two main kinds, kind of.
Oh wait, real quick,
Saber
Adam, do you
and
notice
Delta.
that Mimir has been repeating himself?
He's not broken.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, he's been repeating himself a couple times when asked about where he came from. He writes it off as, oh, I must be just waking up. That comes back later. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you, but go ahead, continue.
Awesome. Cool. Good to know. But yeah, can be split into Sailor and Guldur, which is to say, written magic and spoken magic. Guldur is usually songs. Sailor is most prominently in runes. Guldur is extremely
No stories. Not while on foot.
well, both of them actually are extremely gendered.
Completely understand.
In the North world, women did magic,
How do we
except for all the guys who did magic.
There's a horn on a platform.
As I said, it's complicated. But usually, in the sagas, if someone does magic, they are, you can accuse them of Neve or Ergi, which are both terms usually translated unmanliness, which is an insult that you can kill someone for in
dope.
the sagas.
Oh, hey, Blue is in the stream. Everybody's... Not Blue. Cyan is in the stream. Everybody say hi to Cyan. She just got out of class a little while ago. What's Cyan saying? Hello from the USA. Yeah. Cool. Hi, Cyan. Her username is Cyan Blue, so I'm like, oh yeah, Blue's here. I'm like, wait, shit, I'm Blue.
Wait, no, that's... yeah.
Ooh, Michael Andrews says, Blue, what would you do with a time machine?
No.
I wouldn't try to change anything, because that is just a recipe for disaster. I would probably go to... Uh-oh. Wow, I guess he really hates Thor.
That statue made in honor of Thor.
Yeah.
I mean, yes.
Seen as the world's serpent absolutely abhors that
Oh,
dauber.
Anyway, Michael Andrews, to answer your question, if I had like one day in a time machine, I would go to peak Renaissance Florence right around 1500 and just ask Machiavelli, wherever he is, hey, what do you think of Rome? Just like tell me about it and just listen to him gush for hours. That's pretty much like top level conversations to have, because you can ask him like, oh, like what's your theory of like world politics, and he'd probably like give you an answer. But just to hear someone be excited about something that they like, which apparently is why people like watching our channel, I would love to just hear Machiavelli gush about Thor. That would be top of the list by a lot. If I could go to somewhere else, something going on with the world serpent mirror. If I could go somewhere else, my old roommate, Isaac, asked me a question. If you could spend 10 years in one place in history being like a fairly well-to-do, like not super rich, but like not a peasant, where would you be? My answers were Norman Sicily, Palermo, right around the late 1000s, because that's pretty much like really good Italian history right there, really good Mediterranean. You got your Greek culture, you got your Islamic culture, you got your Franco-Scandinavian Italian culture up in there. That's a great one. I'd also take a stop by Venetian-owned Crete in the early 1500s, right before the Ottomans took it. Or no, early 1600s. Yeah, early 1600s, because that'd be really cool. Because you still get a lot of Greek culture mixing with pretty much peak Venetian Renaissance. I had another answer, but I forgot what it was. Adam, what would you do with the time machine? Where would you go if you could just play observer for a nice period of 10 years as a sort of well-to-do person?
Oh gosh, that would be so tricky. I mean, to be honest, what I really like to do if I had a time machine would just be like, pick a day and just have it and just live in a library and just read all of the everything.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Like, because living somewhere elsewhere, in a lot of very important ways, really sucks.
Yeah.
Modern medicine is a cool thing. Internet and air conditioning are cool things. Flavors in food.
Yeah, spices, am I right?
Things stronger than paprika in food is a good thing.
Yeah.
So, to be honest, I'd like to go to one of the... There are some manuscripts I'd like to go back and look at that got burned up in the 19th century, but mostly I just want to go to a good library and just stay there.
No, that'd be really good. That'd be amazing. There's some really good... the Library of Cordoba in Moorish Spain would have been top tier for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, even more than Alexandria.
Much, because...
The libraries at Toledo and Cordoba.
Yep.
Would be absolutely ridiculous.
If you're interested in what the hell we're talking about, stay tuned for literally tomorrow when you can learn more about that. Where am I going? Because all the libraries and the ancient world, Alexandria in particular, were good for sure, but losing the Library of Alexandria by itself was not actually too bad of a blow, because everything that was there, at least a solid like 80% would have been in another library somewhere else. Rome had a library. All these other places had libraries. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff we're missing, of course, but there's still so much that we do have just because it filtered through other libraries. Basically, Alexandria to Rome to Constantinople to Cordoba to Baghdad was a big one, yeah. A lot of really good libraries around that would be nice. Palermo had a pretty good library, like not amazing, but like really good still. Let's see. Oh, people are saying happy birthday to me. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm gonna take a guess if that was Cyan. Yep. A fun fact, Blue's birthday 2 days ago, so if you want to spam happy birthday, that'd be funny. Yeah. Oh, hey, Jack Rackham's in the chat. Correct course of action with the time machine is to take pictures and circumvent all those stock image paywalls. You are fucking right, Jack, I tell ya. Oh, man. There's nothing more frustrating than trying to Google something and it's like, Alamy stock photos. Like, fuck you, Alamy stock photos. Giving me false hope. Don't even put it up online if it's going to be watermarked. Just making me sad. Yes, Jack Rackham is a great channel. He does a lot of really cool biographies of interesting characters from all over world history. Stay tuned for mayhaps a collab next month. And by mayhaps, I mean yes, because that's what we're doing. We're doing a collab. But let's see. What are we talking about? Oh yeah, the plot, backstory stuff. Gosh, I'm not paying attention.
Ooh, this is an interesting. Okay. In this version, Freya and Odin are married. This is not an ahistorical thing. in a lot of the later
What?
stuff,
Oh,
this is not
Jesus.
true for the earliest periods when belief was actually existed for these, but okay, that's a troll. That's the thing. But anyway, Freya and Odin being married is claimed in some of the legendary sagas, which are all very they all have a very unfavorable view of Freya as just basically sleeping with whoever, like, what is the one? I'm trying to remember which one it is that is. The story basically goes, Freya just sleeps with, like, 5 dwarves because she apparently just does that for reasons, and Odin gets really mad at her and says, you know, what I want as payment for you cheating on me, is to get 2 kings who are sworn brothers to engage each other in mortal combat forever, and you're going to bring them back to life every time they die, and they're going to keep doing that.
Huh.
And so she does. Until, Olafur Tryggvason goes, one of his men, goes and sends all of the dudes who were fighting Freya.
I'm seeing Red say, nobody tell him.
Yeah.
No, I don't know what that's about. Right. Yeah. No, nobody tell him. Nobody tell him. Dreamer number 3 says, happy birthday, you have brightened my day with this stream. Thank you for that. That's very sweet. You've all brightened my day with this stream. So it's a cyclical thing that by being nice to other people, you can feel happier yourself. It's funny how the kindness reciprocates like that. You'd think that it's like a hard-wrought thing that you have to put a lot of effort into, but no, sometimes just being casually nice and saying a nice thing like, thank you, this brightened my day, will brighten my day too. It's cute like that. Hawk Dragon Hybrid says, it's weird that I'm playing games while watching you guys play a game. A little hard to focus probably, but nah, nothing wrong with that. I'm playing games while talking to people and reading comments. That's multitasking. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. This side quest is fun. I wanted to do this one. This is enemy of hope. Hold to track favor. So let's do this. Yeah. So we have to go there, there, and there. Okay. Let's do this favor because this one's yeah. Let's do this one. I hope it doesn't take too long. But this is a good side quest that's very character development-y.
Should look for those bones.
Cool. Amandarian asks if Jormungandr goes back in time, and the answer is time is completely made up in the Norse myths. They all occurred at the same time and not at the same time, so...
Time is a social construct. Let's see. Oh yeah, Mira's in the little story.
He's not a...
What was in it for her?
But don't think Loki's a fire Jotun. Just as a note, someone said that in chat. I need to look up who Loki's father, or who wife is. Because I don't remember.
Can I not dock here? Are you kidding me? I'm clearly on land. Cory Barlog. No. There we go. That's it. Alright, where are we going? Over there. Okay. Literally the opposite of right here. Try again. Ooh, can I get that? Oh no, I already got that. Okay. Man, I'm just falling all over the place here today, aren't I?
So Loki.
Let's see.
Thing is, we know nothing about.
That's gonna kill me.
It must be golden.
Oh, rip.
Can we just
For those in chat who have been talking about Loki as a
The spirit lies to you, boy.
I would
as a fire giant.
Ooh. Oh shit. So that's Fafnir.
Oh, did we just walk into? Did we just? Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, that's Fafnir?
Yep, that's Fafnir. There's 3 dragons that there are side quests for. They're really complicated.
Yeah.
I'm going to not do this right now and get back to the
Okay.
Gulvig thing, because otherwise we're never going to make progress, because it's right about this part of the game where the whole wide linear design philosophy really kicks in. So if you're not staying on task, it's basically game over. Tankuel says, what do you think of people adding to ancient myths, like adding new heroes or new godly exploits? I think as long as you clearly delineate what's yours and what's original, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, adding to the tradition of a story. I am very open about the fact that I think it's important to create and refresh and rehash stories all the time. Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm so dead. Oh boy. Oh no.
Oh, boy.
Oh no. Oh god. Yeah, this is bad time. Wow.
Oh, that's very strong.
Oof.
Okay. Yikes.
Yeah, not only am I grossly underleveled, I just don't even slightly have the right tools to deal with that. Those come later. But I think as long as someone's not trying to be like, yeah, here's the real story, and try to dethrone actual mythology, as long as you're respectful to the source material and clearly, do stuff like put a glossary in the back so people can track for themselves like what's original and what's added. I think like this game is adding new things and new characters to the Norse myths, but it's still very respectful to the tone, to the ideas, to some degree to the aesthetic of what Norse mythology is, even though it's not any variety of accurate retelling. So I think as long as you're being responsible, there's nothing wrong with it.
Cool. I totally agree with that. That is
Don't you want to see Mom again?
absolutely right. And also, some people are asking if they exist, if there's time travel in this one, because the Midgard Zorapart, and some people have said that Fenrir also exists here, despite spoilers. Which, if Fenrir is in this game, thanks guys, that still counts as spoilers. But
Yeah, please don't spoil stuff, because even beyond Adam, like other people might not know how this game ends. So like, don't be a dick. If you spoil something, they're gonna have a bad day, and you're gonna feel sad about yourself at night. So don't be that asshole. Sorry, Adam. Go ahead.
yes, but guess there, given that I do know the very ending, my guess there is that they're just not following the mythology at all, and that's okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to. Don't make it more complicated. VNCs are allowed to exist on their own.
Yep, exactly. Jack Rackham says, man, now all I want to see is Fafnir. We'll get to that in another stream, Jack. And Terry Machad says, hey, Red, what's your opinion on the Song of Achilles, which Cyan has sort of reblogged to me. I love it. I know I've talked about this before, but I'm of the firm opinion that it is trash, but it is the best kind of trash. Let's see. Because here's the thing. It's the best kind of like gratuitous it's not even self-inserty, but it's like just like supreme, like over the top. Everything in the Trojan War relates back to the love affair between Achilles and Patroclus, and it's written kind of cheesily in places, but it's so much fun, and it adds things to the original canon of the story that weren't really there before. Like you get people who are saying, oh, Achilles and Patroclus, they're just friends. There's nothing. Oh, I'm gonna die. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's gonna devour my soul. Oh boy, that's a big yikes. What the? Oh god.
That's a laser.
Come on.
They do like their lasers in this game.
They do. Ow, okay. I'm not going to do that again. But it deepens the characters in ways that don't conflict with the original story. And it clearly, refocuses the whole Iliad to just be the story of Patroclus and Achilles. So much so that the actual Iliad is really only the last, act of of the story. Did I get the thing I needed? No. So let's go in here. But even though by some definitions it's kind of trashy, I think it's great. And I'm glad that it exists. Because even recognizing like this isn't really, you know, Homer's words here, it's still fun, it's still enjoyable. And I would recommend it to anyone who wanted to know just how gay Achilles and Patroclus are. The answer is very. Where on earth is this thing?
I guess. I just wanna know if she's okay.
She's
Oh, okay. Did I get it? Yeah, I got it. So
Yeah.
let's go
Okay.
here.
boy.
I know that.
Yeah.
You don't understand.
Jonathan asks, isn't Loki mostly Jotun? Or, I think, sounds like you're Swedish if you say it's Jeta, which is something like an or, oh, Danish, okay. This is what we learned in Denmark. So, let's go back to that Loki and the Jotnar. So,
You're saying Thor's half giant? That's so weird.
Loki is according to the Gylfaginning, which the usual disclaimer of the Gylfaginning. It was written between 200 and 400 years after people converted to Christianity, and as beliefs in the Norse gods started to die out. But that, in addition, Snorri Sturluson, who at least dictated it likely, if not fully, yeah, medieval authorship is a different kind of worms. He wrote it, we'll just say.
Yeah, I can only, it's bad enough with classics. I can only imagine medieval is so much bigger of a can of worms.
It's worse. Somehow, it's even worse. But he was compiling a bunch of earlier sources and trying to make sense of them without saying that there was a time before Jesus. So he does a lot of weird things, and we can't really take his word as particularly reliable for actual practice. That being said, he says that Loki is the son of two Jotnar, Faudboiti and Leifey. Faudboiti is his father, but he's usually called Leifey's son, using a matronymic. It's a little unusual.
What would you say?
But
Nothing?
that means he's likely
What have
a
you done so far? That man coming to the house.
frost giant kind. The Jotnar are both frost giants and fire giants and mountain giants and not giants.
Oh, easy,
so
cool.
They're super descriptive. They're kind of just a class in and of themselves that are similar to but distinct from the gods.
Gotcha.
I thought I knew very little.
So,
Nope.
some people are trying to argue that Faudboiti and Leifey are like an elemental together, are like an elemental fire spirit, based on an attempt to associate Faudboiti with lightning and Leifey with grass. So together they make fire.
Sir,
Oh, I thought the answer was lightning grass, but go ahead.
Yes, but I don't buy that, to be honest. I think it's based on incredibly flimsy evidence, and
yeah.
you're building off a name, and no other mentions or associations in any other mythological texts, apart from a pun, and Thor do grab the Loki. And past that, I don't know of any ones that talk of Loki as a fire entity.
Gotcha.
So it's a really, really messy
Yeah,
thing.
I can imagine.
And what scholars have argued it because scholars have argued everything under the sun.
Yup, I like using the expression "rivers of ink have been spilled." I heard that a couple times in college, and I never really knew how true it would be that people can just murder a forest to prove a point in academia. Colby Steele says, "Who would you pick if you could make one deity real?" someone who wouldn't be predisposed to burning down all of creation. So I would say probably someone fun but non-threatening like Apollo. Because then it can be like, hey, I want to write a song, and then just like, you know, pour one out for your homie the god, and then boom, you're going to be divinely inspired. I feel like that's the way to go about it, because there's really not a lot of consequence that comes with that. Worshipping the sun becomes legit for like 20 different world religions.
What was the time when Apollo and Artemis murdered like, what, 20 people apiece? Because reasons?
Allegedly, first off, allegedly, never proven in a court of law. Adam, who would you pick?
Oh, I think making the gods real is just all around a bad plan, and you should not do it.
Well, I found the buzzkill in the chat. No, I'm kidding.
But given how every god I can think of off the top of my head does pretty awful things.
Yeah. And that's pretty much the moral of this entire game series, is like, gods are bad.
The gods are not good people.
Nope, not you.
I wonder why Goofy's bones are all over the place.
It's because this was underwater and currents exist, you dumb fuck. I mean, because reasons, boy.
Yeah.
That's my take.
Yes.
Why not ask the spirit? I'm sure.
Jack Rackham, no consequences to Apollo? Try telling that to Cassandra. Fair point, Jack Rackham. I accept that perhaps my answer was short-sighted. Maybe if I had prayed to Apollo beforehand, he could have inspired me to realize that that was a bad choice. But as my 8th grade math teacher said, circular reasoning leads to circular grades. That was my favorite line in that essay writing video, which I'm glad is doing well. People seem to be enjoying the help, which is good, because it's nice when I can take a week off of work and still make a video that people like.
Yeah.
The best of both worlds.
I did have one thought on that, though. That mostly only applies to like the very highest levels of writing your own completely independent projects. But when you're trying to figure out like what you're looking for in a text, it helps to formulate actual questions that you're trying to answer.
Yes.
That having clear-cut research questions that you go back to over and over and over at every stage of writing both makes your search a lot easier. Don't do that on a first read-through of a text, but on a third, fourth, fifth read-through. Looking for things based on an actual question that you're trying to answer, and then when you're writing, go back to that, make sure your question still is reasonable to answer, and that you're then make sure everything you're writing is building to answering the question, and that really kind of controls the flow of writing a little bit better. As someone who wrote 45 pages through the month of December, yeah.
Uh-oh. Yeah, the plot twist to the end is that Gulvig is a demon lady.
That's not surprising.
Yeah. So the whole thing is, well, we'll see after we finish here in a second, but this one is great because Atreus is like, hey, we can totally do what we want because that man doesn't lie to us, because why would people lie? That's a mean thing to do. And Kratos is like, bad idea, boy. And then, look what happens.
Oh, that's what her name is. Okay. Yeah. Gulvig is, so, she is an entity from the, poetic, from Völuspá. She only appears in Völuspá. Let me pull up the Norse, the actual Norse.
God, Kratos is so funny in this game when he's just being so deadpan sarcastic. Which way are we going? In the direction of dear boy. Yeah,
Hey,
anyway.
got it on the first try.
Yeah. Good side quest. I like that one. It doesn't take too long and it makes some nice character analysis.
Yeah.
Oh, Red, I hope that, oh, I can't believe Gulvig was actually evil. I know, what a plot twist. I hope social not being too explodey on you. I see Cyan is saying some stuff in the chat, but I can't quite follow.
Let me finish this thought, then I can catch up. Because let's talk about Ludwig, because for one attestation from verse, well, my editions think it's verse 21 of Volusbau. So, Fatman on Folkvig först i hemmet, Gudvig Gärum studio, och I Hus Hanna brändu. Frys var brändu, frys var borta.
Bless you.
Osjaldan Thohon and Lever. So, that war she remembers first in the world, when Gulfig Lisbiers was pierced, and in the Hall of House she was burned. Thrice she was burned and thrice born. Often,
okay.
repeatedly, though she yet lives.
Well.
And that's the only attestation of the name of Gudvig in the mythological corpus.
Oh, wait. Oh, I totally got the order of this game wrong. Whoops, guess we're here now.
Are we going to see a different...
We're going to see a different thing than I thought we were going to see, but honestly that's okay, because this place is cool too. Yeah, we got at least 45 minutes left, probably closer to an hour. We're good, we're good. Red, I see that we're down 9,000 views. I would venture that that's just Social Blade being weird. If YouTube Analytics isn't corroborating it, I feel like we're okay.
We will take him down together.
One gratuitous axe throw at a time. See, it's easy. Oh, never mind, there's more. Oh god. Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, so what actually are we supposed to... Well, werewolves. That's
So,
big.
we are Thamir's corpse, who has this giant pick lodged into his cranium. So we're going to... what's our objective? God. Okay. Go to journal. Investigate the dead giant. Serpent says to get to the real highest peak we need two things: a secret travel rune for Jotunheim and a piece of magic chisel to carve it with. Right. Okay. Fetch quests ahoy,
Sure.
Captain.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright.
let
Okay,
me
cool. This is good game design. Let's move this.
Check. I want to check, see if this is also a Norse name, or a mythological name. Because I don't... I said, but it doesn't mean anything,
Yeah.
necessarily.
Let's see. Zimzam, good name, says sup. Wanted to donate some shekels to say I liked your video on post-apocalypse. Red, keep up the good work, both of you. Thank you, Zimzam. I'm gonna keep saying your name. Zimzam is funny, damn it. It's got that nice nice consonants, good alliteration, elegant composition of that name. Very much approved. But yeah, Post-Apocalypse was really fun for me to watch. Contributed some The Last of Us pointers for the script, but it's always fun for me reading the trope talks, because I'll kind of go into it not knowing a lot about the trope in question, and then on the end I'm like, oh shit, Red, yeah, you're right. Now I know so much more about this. You're totally on the money. So it's fun. I always forget what I'm supposed to do here. It's always fun going into a trope talk and being like, yeah, no, that makes total sense. And just going through that process. Yeah, there we go.
Yep. Okay, this is not a mythological name. It's just a name they came up with, which is what I thought. But it was worth checking.
How fucking dare they?
I know.
Runic wormskin pauldrons. Sounds gross. Looks worse. Okay. I should spend more time in the shop, but that isn't fun to watch, so I don't.
Yeah, but...
Ooh, big hammer.
But they are right that if we're going to get killed a lot, especially on these optional fights.
God. Think of all the IKEA furniture you could build with that.
Oh my god.
Gosh. Ooh, what does Cyan say? Cyan is saying so many things. I don't know.
Sorry to say lots of things.
Nope. Come on. Nope. Oh, I just gotta go around. Okay. Excuse me, Mr. Werewolf.
Oh yeah,
man,
at some point
really?
can we flip through the bestiary? We don't have to necessarily do it.
Oh yeah, after this. Give me a second, remind me, I will.
Uh-huh.
Why was that man floating? I don't like that. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
Oh yeah, that's... Well, science says she's just saying bullshit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Exact quote, I'm here to have fun, not be helpful.
Yeah, that's Cyan's MO. Insofar as she is Cyan. That sounds about right. So, bestiary, let's take a look. Codex? Bestiary, okay. We've got Draugr, and then a bunch of fucking other versions of Draugr. Heavy, Fire Nightmare, Stone Ancient. Is it Stone Ancient? Primordial, okay. Sathir, Gulvig, Nightmare Parasite. Look the same, Exploding Nightmare. Like, I get it. You can only design so many enemies and just reskin them, but like, yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. Yeah. What's funny is that magic users, when they're alive, are a problem in the sagas. Once they die, they no longer are threats.
Gotcha. Wolver.
Ogres, okay, that's a choice. That's an old English word, not a Norse word, but that's okay.
Dark Elf.
And...
That's just letters. That's just random ass letters. You're not even trying. Svartalfur.
That's real.
Seems fake, but okay.
Well, it's kind of real. It's...
No, I'm just being a dick.
Yeah,
you guys should try Dragon Age
games.
Says Patrick Bond. Dragon Age, I never played Dragon Age. I know someone mentioned The Witcher earlier. I saw that but didn't comment on it. Good games that I don't really have the patience for because with all the amount of time I spend doing work, I don't, like, even still, I like playing Assassin's Creed games because those are like nice, kind of linear, not too complicated. Ooh, it's only better. Awesome. Not too complicated to follow stuff. Wait, do I have any bonus thingy? No, okay. Oh wait, skills. Yo, I've got so much XP. Holy fuck. Alright, let's go. Whirlwind Sweep. Nah. Evading. Oh yeah, I want that.
Okay. So, yeah, they missed a letter on that boss character, for Svartalfur. Maybe? Yeah. It's supposed to be King of the Dark Elves.
Gotcha.
But it would have to be Svartalfur.
Okay.
Or Svartalfur.
Gotcha.
Instead of just Svartalfur. So that's I think doing the same thing as what they did with Chrysler, where that is a intentionally misdoing the Old Norse in order to make it more look cooler and or be less of a jumble of letters.
Gotcha. Let's see. Ooh. Yeah, I like that. Okay. That should be enough enough fighty stuff for now. Nah. Yeah, okay, let's add the haymaker and then call it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. There's more things that I forgot. Shock duration increase, that's good.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's see. Increase the firing rate. Does that increase recharge? Yes. Yeah, why not? Okay. Nah, that's fine. I forget about it enough times anyway. Okay, let's move on. Hope I haven't missed too much. Don't want to spend too much time in the metagaming aspect of it. And that's the kind of thing is with bigger games like Dragon Age and The Witcher, as much as I recognize that they're good-ass games, there's too much metagaming for my taste, where it's like, oh, I have to worry about armor, I have to worry about this, I have to worry about that. I like the games where it's simpler, more straightforward. You just kind of have a goal, you do it. Like, you know, with Assassin's Creed, you really don't need to worry that much about... come on, there we go. About most of your weapon and armor class stuff, unless you're really trying to be as efficient as possible. But with other games, it's like in Skyrim, you can't even play unless you're switching out entire outfits in the middle of combat, which just completely... Oh, okay, thanks, dickhead. Which completely takes me out of it, so... Oh, that's right, I'm way more powerful now that I actually put effort into upgrading my character. So I just don't really have the patience for it. I don't think they're bad games, it's just not for me. Because I'm like that. It's hard enough. Red's been trying so hard to get me to actually watch things, and now I'm 2 seasons into Avatar for the first time since it aired over 10 years ago, and that's been great. But getting me to the point of like being able to sit down and watch a season of television is like, oh, that was a year in the making.
No offense.
Yeah, I've been very slowly working through Witcher 3. Well, I say working through. I've played it for 4 hours. And it's a very good game, but there is a lot of just random loot.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I'm glad there are different kinds of games. And for people who like Dark Souls, I'm glad that there's a new kind of variety of games springing up around that design philosophy. But I'm also glad that there are other kinds of games for people who don't like that. I'm thinking of getting into like Metroidvanias and stuff. Hollow Knight is a game that I've heard really good things about.
Yes, so much yes.
Oh man, I'm so much cooler now that I'm doing more than just button mashing R1. Gosh, I'm terrible.
Yeah.
Where? Oh, hey. Whew. Oh, 2, okay. This looks like a job for getting angry as fuck!
I agree with that. Yeah.
Beat one motherfucker with another motherfucker.
I think it's a good idea.
Oh, what? Come on! That was rude, sir. Whoop. Wait. Oh. Wait, I really like that move.
That's a good move. It definitely looks like now that more stuff is showing up, they're taking a little bit of inspiration from like Nier Automata style of
animation. That's a very good game as well.
Just the flavor of the combat.
There we go, another one-hit kill. Wow, lame. Wake me up when there's a real challenge, he said on easy mode.
Yes.
I recognize my faults as a human and am specifically not going to do anything about them for the purposes of the stream. So, in the immortal words of Shakespeare, y'all can fucking deal. Thank you, Brock.
Some kind of spy? I don't know why the Droiga explodes into fiery slosh. That makes no sense to me. I think it just needed a cool death animation.
There is nowhere here to hide.
Oh, this is cool.
It's a little trick my people can pull. A special way of not being seen.
You can be invisible?
More like I can step into the realm between realms. And your mind doesn't understand what it's seeing, so it sees nothing at all.
That's cool.
That's how we avoid ever having to actually use the weapons we craft. doesn't seem to work on dragons, though.
Your brother
That's
wanted
funny.
to know if you're getting enough to eat. I guess I could tell you are.
Brock was asking about me. Was there meat on his breath?
He is a much needed comic relief character.
Yeah, Sindri is, oh god, a hypochondriac dwarf. What a brilliant concept for a character.
Yep.
Oh, are we all talking about Avatar in the chat? Oh, okay. Didn't mean to start off a firestorm about Korra.
That's how Brock was in the temple.
The animation looks cool.
guys.
I've heard the choreography is really good. I'll probably watch the first season after I finish Avatar, the actual Avatar from Avatar, and then go from there. Ta-da!
Yep.
Let's see. Upgrade there, no.
Okay.
Talon bow upgrade, yeah. Cool.
They sting. Oh, I promise you. Oh, what?
Chest armor, no. Don't have enough money for that. No, that's dumb. That's cool. Yeah, let's do that.
Suppose you could try keeping that clean?
Hey, no one asked you, Sindri. Waist armor. I am out of Hacksilver. Cool.
Cool.
I got a text from Cyan. Someone really wants to know if you'll do a Medici video. Good question. I don't know who asked that, but the answer is eventually. It is on the list. Okay. I see where this is going. Is that gonna turn back on? No? Okay. No. Cool. Not what I wanted out of that situation.
So, what's the plan of yours?
Can you guess it?
Knowing you, he doesn't have
Correct.
What am I supposed to be doing? Oh gosh.
Why are you asking me?
Aha! Nope. Jesus Christ.
Yay, puzzle solver.
Yeah. Come on. Stupid thing. There we go. There we go. Okay. Cool. Yes, I do have plans to do a video on Florence broadly, not specifically the Medici, because I don't know if I'd be able to bring myself to do a video on specifically the Medici without giving the whole context. And that's the thing, is I'm allergic to not providing context, which is why it took me so long to do a lot of the videos that I'm just now getting to, is that I can muster up the will to actually properly get into an entire subject and follow it through. Uh-oh. Hey, dickhead. Oh god, no! Ow. Eat wolves, douchebag. But yes, looking forward to Florence, having just gone there. I guess I can't. I just saw yesterday that the show Medici Masters of Florence, which is a show that I really like the first 2 seasons of and want to be good, even though its first season kind of wasn't, is I want to see more of it. It just got its new season out like the other week after me like Googling it like every other month for the past year and a half, like Medici season 2 question mark, and never getting the answer I wanted. So I'm gonna check that out. Might give my thoughts on Twitter. One day at some point, hopefully before too long. Let's see. No. Can you do a... Oh, lift up. There we go. Ta-da.
You knew this place before?
I came here on a diplomatic mission.
Let's see.
Trying to broker a peace between Asgard and Valheim.
Let's see.
A war. So many lives lost. Why Didn't know was Thor had already gone on a killing spree.
Cool. So yeah, that last guy was the most stereotypically fancy Viking dude I have ever seen in my life.
They took no
Yeah.
but Odin's
He was,
past only
was any of that, like, accurate armor, or was that just,
The helmet was.
Okay.
The helmet was, the shield was, the rest of it looked like it was plate with, like, shoulder pads, which is,
Yeah, I can imagine.
no. The sword, no one has a crossguard like that in the history of swords.
Nope.
It looked like it had an X.
Nope. Okay, let's try that
Basically an
again.
X-shaped crossguard, which is dumb on a sword that is wider, that is that wide.
Yeah, it's weird that, jumping all the way back to Shadiversity videos, it's weird that some swords just have the dumbest designs governing their construction. Where am I supposed to be going? Yeah, I'm also confused.
Yeah.
Aha. No. But yeah, some fantasy swords just have really weird designs that I don't quite understand. Alright, can I jump this? Come on. Oh, I need to push it further. Right.
That would be a good reason.
Come on, no, not all the... There we go. Okay. That's better. And up on the right. And off we go. Cool. Wait, is it just for the chest? No, there has to be other... I'm confused. Chloe Shard says, would you do another rant like the Ptolemies vid? The Ptolemies video was a very specific confluence of events that came together to... Ooh, this one's cool. Vivaldi's Anvil. Nah, I like Vivaldi. Let's give this a shot. Let's give this a shot. It was a very specific confluence of events of hearing a lecture that just shocked me to the core in a way that I'd never felt in my life up until that point. I don't know if I would be in the state to be that actively surprised by something coming back from a lecture since I'm out of college. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I just can go that way. Oh, I'm dumb. The plot twist is always that I'm dumb. But I would like to do another kind of like, ain't this just the weirdest thing type video at some point. So don't expect it, but not saying it won't happen again on a categorical level. Oh, that's the wrong direction. Kratos is mad that he didn't get what he wanted, so he's punching a chest. Let's see. Red says, writers often struggle with showing female characters as strong without hurting them first. Writers on Core really had trouble with that. Yeah, that sounds right. I'm sure there's a lot of reasons why it's the case that the tropes just develop like that. That, oh, you have to break your female characters before you can show them being cool. Which is problematic on several levels, but... come on.
Another crystal.
Cool.
Give the word.
But yeah, from everything I've heard of Korra, I only get the sense that the writers had no idea what they were really setting out to do going in. Unlike Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is basically like perfectly planned out from the very start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then again, having things planned out is not necessarily a marker of being good.
Kobe.
Because I've been watching all of the Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, gosh, I'm
doing.
so sorry.
What?
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
It's just everything that I've seen in the media response to this game is, wow, here's a bunch of bullshit next to the Disney stuff that we actually came here to see. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, Dan Floyd is a professional animator and all-around cool person. Has been doing a full, like, story-focused playthrough of Kingdom Hearts. And he just finished 358 over 2 days, and it's really weird seeing how clearly planned so much of the first part of this story was from the beginning, and yet it still is a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah. Alright.
It's very enjoyable bullshit, but it is super bullshit.
Let's see. Kick. There we go. We're getting to, well, I'll just let the game do the talking. Let's see, any other, cool questions about history or mythology for Adam and I? It's fun to just kind of be able to talk about this stuff in a casual manner without having to do all the work to, you know, animate and script and, you know, previously record and other stuff. It's just kind of off-the-cuff things. It's fun. Definitely not a replacement for regular videos, but something that I do enjoy doing as a side thing, which is what my original idea was for the Overly Sarcastic podcast way back when I used to do that, but didn't end up working out great for pre-recorded videos. That format and I don't quite get along. There we go.
This plan seems ill-advised.
That is correct, Mimir. Let's see. Cyan Blue says, you should talk about some of your favorite historical characters. I've given my Cleopatra rant in my Cleopatra video about why she has only gotten the short end of the stick since, you know, before she even died.
Yep.
But let's see, who have I learned about? Rune Weaver Warbelt. Is that better? Yeah, it is better. Why not? Favorite historical characters? That's a good question, and I should have an answer because I literally said, give me questions, and now I'm like, oh, I don't have an answer.
Yep.
The moral of the story is I'm a hypocrite. But...
Don't worry, I am no better, because you asked me a question on, like, who's my favorite anything, and my brain immediately forgets everything I have ever learned in the past 10 years of doing this.
Let's see. I've been looking up stuff for videos for the past several months. I think that King Alfonso of Spain, or I guess Castile and Toledo, is a super cool. Yeah, Alfonso X. And again, more about him tomorrow. But he was probably one of the most pleasant surprises of, oh no, a puzzle. Oh god. Oh, I'm going to embarrass myself here. Here's one of the most pleasant surprises of the whole process of researching Muslim Spain, because here you get the sense that's like, oh, you know, Reconquista, everything...
Quiet.
Doesn't like music either.
You get the sense it's like, oh, Reconquista, everything bad, you know, Christians versus Muslims. But here comes Alfonso, who's like, hey guys, give me what's in your library, let's translate it and I'll learn some stuff. It's like, yeah, that's a cool thing. Okay, so winter, you got your fall, you got your...
He does subtract the rest of the city, but he did not burn down the library, which is good.
Yeah. Nope. 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 Which is it? Is there no spring? What the heck? Why is there no spring?
Write it.
Strange.
No, that ain't right.
No, that wasn't right.
Okay. What's the... let's see. Someone says, Blue, favorite Game of Thrones character. I don't watch Game of Thrones. Sorry, Fendo.
Neither do I.
It's so much stuff demanding my time, and I just am not in any place near able to commit that. Summer... let's try that. No, wait, I got that backwards. Shit. Oh, no, it did work. Okay, I'm just dumb.
It's a miracle.
Atreus. That word.
Thorn. It means endure.
Try it.
Ooh, dramatic. But yeah, I haven't watched Game of Thrones, don't really plan to... Like, I get it. High budget, super cool story, but... way beyond my pay grade of being able to care. It's the problem of like patience with big games like The Witcher. It's like I recognize it's good, but that doesn't mean that it's for me. Game of Thrones is definitely not like that. And even watching HBO's Rome, just the amount of gratuitous violence and sex is grating after a certain point. It's like this doesn't serve any purpose. It's just there, and that's just unpleasant to sit through. House of Cards rubbed me the wrong way for the same reasons. Like, what does this do to serve the plot? You're just being edgy. So yeah, that's my take on Game of Thrones. Roast me all you want. I stand by it.
Yeah, actually, when I finally got around to reading the first The Witcher short stories, because I've not actually touched The Witcher except a little bit of 3 and now The Last Wish. That was the same thing that grabbed me. Like, so much of what's been inspired by Sword and Sorcery and Poe just has so much gratuitous obsessions with particularly female bodies.
Yeah.
But really, really problematic. That's something I'm grateful. Like, this game has a lot of gratuitous violence. I'm glad God of War has never really gone enough with gratuitous sex and objectification.
Don't play the first 3 games, because there is a lot of that. Throwback to... Ooh, what's this? Cool. Oh, it's a damage buff. Okay. God of War 3 has, among other things, a distinctly shirtless lady who you toss into a mechanical gearbox to clear your path. So that's gratuitous nudity and gratuitous violence, and the games are worse besides.
The first hour and a half of 3, none of 2, and I've watched 1. So, no, that's on me.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. Well, no, I'm not going to say here's the thing. It's pretty rough, but I'm just glad that they realized that they don't need that in this game. Anyway, enough talking about shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's satisfying. Oh, right, I have to kill these guys before the platform explodes. That's what this is about. But Cyan texted me to mention Alcibiades, or I guess Elsa, my D&D character, not quite the same. I know I've talked about Alcibiades, my D&D character, in the past, but his whole deal is that he is the worst traits of every Greek hero thrown together. Currently he's going through a personality crisis because he's been brought up to think that he's the coolest dude, and suddenly everyone's not taking his shit. And also, I basically built him like Achilles, so even though he's a super tanky paladin with an AC of 19, soon to be 20, his health is basically the lowest in our entire party. So, like, the second I get hit, I'm basically done. So the last 2 encounters, I almost died. So I've been sort of playing him like Vegeta, of like, oh god, everything hurts. Just like nothing is going my way. So it's kind of funny just seeing this guy who's like such a hotshot asshole just completely get dunked on. So that's funny. It's the comeuppance I wish the actual Alcibiades got to see. But of course, everything ended up going right for him. One of my friends was talking about a meeting she went to for a classics archaeology type society thing. And the question they were discussing was, what is the reason that Athens lost the Peloponnesian War? Was it going on the Sicilian expedition? Was it exiling Alcibiades too soon? Or was it not exiling Alcibiades until the very end? And the funny thing is, you can actually like give a justifiable answer for any of those, and that even with any of those, Athens still would have lost. So it's kind of funny.
I think the answer is clearly you need to exile him as soon as possible, and at the very end,
bring him back. Yep. Yep. Yeah, it's unfortunate when you just see a society that's on a very slow march to completely ruining themselves. Uh-oh, where are we going? No, over there. There we go. To just watch a once proud civilization collapse under the weight of its own stupidity. It's cathartic. Because we're not at the end of that cycle yet.
Yeah.
Whoop. Did we die? Oh, we died. Okay.
Yep, rip.
That's what I get for not paying attention. Any TV shows that Blue actually likes? I've been watching College Humor's D&D campaign Fantasy High recently on YouTube and on their Dropout subscription service, and that's been a whole lot of fun. So where is Boy? Oh, there's Boy. Come on. What do? Where go? There we go. No? Come on. Well, die we do. Oh, there. Whoops. Shit. Oh yeah, Red said that she was watching Stargate Atlantis and liking it a lot. But yeah, College Humor's Fantasy High. The first half of it is on YouTube. The second half of it is on Dropout right now, but you can still watch the first half now. They come out with it like every other week. Just 2 hours a piece. Really funny, really well put together comedy. And just excellent character acting all around to make it... yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's try not to die here. There we go. Ta-da! There. There we go. Hearty recommendation for that. Other things that I've been watching, I mean, it's pretty much just been Avatar. I've been, you know, hammering through that one episode at a time over the course of the past couple weeks. Oh, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Cyan and I have been watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine and loving it. It's so funny. Great characters, very wholesome a lot of the time too, which is something that I've seen mentioned about new media from the past like 10 years compared to the very kind of satirical, cynical stuff from the late 70s, 80s, and even 90s, like Seinfeld to Friends, of just like mean people being mean and petty, but it's funny because look how awful they are. Yeah. I think the only show that really carries that is Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but that one is just so funny that you're supposed to laugh at them for being terrible people. You're not supposed to identify them with Friends, where it's like, oh, I'm a Ross. It's like, no, they're all awful people. But Brooklyn Nine-Nine, even the people who seem like they're awful people are all really good characters who care about each other at the end of the day, and that's really what the whole show's about, is just people looking out for each other, even when they mess up and do dumb things. So I really like what's been called the new sincerity of television shows in American media. Like The Good Place, Parks and Rec, all stuff by Howard Schur and his team that are leading the charge on that. The Office, even when it's really cringy, there's usually a sincerity behind it and a genuine desire to be good people at the end of it that underpins it. Rosa Diaz is the best character ever written. Red, that's a very good observation. I personally identify more with Santiago. Both Cyan and I are like, yeah, we're basically both Santiago. Rosa Diaz is a goddess incarnate. She's the most badass of ever. No. Come on. There we go. Woo. Shit. Just keep climbing.
Cool. There was one note I saw in chat that I wanted to mention. Where was it? I already lost it because chat moves too much.
Chat goes lightning fast. Yeah, ain't that the way of life?
Mm-hmm. It was on Mimir, and why is he attached to your belt? Because plot, and we move on.
Odin stuck him to the tree. Kratos unstuck his head to the rest of his him. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, but for the mythological representation, it actually is not implausible. Not confirmed by any means. It's not like ever mentioned that Odin carries around Mimir's head on his belt. But he does actually ask Mimir's head questions a lot, and one text records Mimir as being not at his well, but that his head is with Odin to give him advice.
Okay.
So,
I'm just imagining Kratos going around, "Do you like this boy? It accents my new axe." As like a total just clothing accessory more than anything else.
The great dining hall.
yeah.
Okay.
But very snarky clothing accessory.
Being a massive
Oh yeah. Cool. Ooh, let's mess some shit up.
Red.
Swish.
Red. No.
Accents. Hey! The best puns are the ones you don't even realize until someone points it out. Gee, I wonder what's in there.
memory serves. The Jarl's throne was just on the other side of that wall of ice.
Yes. I wonder how we will ever figure out what's in behind the glass.
Wow, this game is way too easy. I recognize that that's an entirely my fault thing.
Yep. But amazing now that you spent, all that experience to actually get better at the game.
Yeah, once I actually leveled up my character, it's a total walk in the park. Ow. You made me bleed. For that you will
This
die.
is just another copy-pasted boss, isn't it?
Oh yeah, no, these are all copy-pasted bosses. Here's the thing. We were talking, there's only so much you can do
Yeah.
with bosses, and there are, I think, 4 unique boss fights,
Which
and
makes
a handful
sense. That
of
would be
these
about right
ones.
for the dev cycle. And how long they said
Uh-oh.
it
Yeah.
takes the boss team to make something.
Yeah. Let's do that. We will see another part of the game, not this time, unfortunately, but, come on. Come on, hit the damn thing! There we go. It's so satisfying to do that move and just feel the controller just, like, completely explode in your hands. What was I saying? There's a boss that clearly looks like it was supposed to be a boss, but isn't a boss, that I'm looking forward to showing.
Okay. Yeah, a bunch of
Teamwork.
werewolves.
Yeah, that's totally Scandinavian, right?
Well, kind of, sort of, maybe, not really. Certainly not medieval.
Woof! Ow!
But-
Dickhead! Oh god! Oh Jesus! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Werewolves are later, in later Scandinavian folklore.
Yeah!
Ugh. So,
That is really good camera work. Even though I didn't take any damage, it was still frightening, and that's what good
Yeah.
game design can do. The quote of this entire this entire Let's Play is just me saying, "Yeah, good game design," or not good game design. I've been watching too much Mark Brown. Although for those of you who are interested, Mark Brown, Game Maker's Toolkit, excellent channel if you want to learn about the intricacies of designing a game. Really good analytical quality behind everything he does. Super impressive all the way through. Oh yeah.
yep. Okay, and Borja J corrects me on the name of it. It says that it's Wolver, but given that that's just a modern, generic Scandinavian spelling of the, or actually, it might even be anglicized Scandinavian of the Norse word Wolver, which is wolf. It's not really descriptive to say that the wolves are wolves, but not the same wolves as the other wolves. So kind of the werewolves, because that's clearly what they are.
Yeah. It's like that the Dungeons and Dragons meme. You see a warehouse off in the distance. Is that a house that turns into a wolf at the full moon? DM furiously
Yeah.
scribbling down notes. It is now.
Yep.
The glowing axe means orcs are nearby. Cyan, I think what Cyan's referring to is an old joke about a magic weapon in some D&D campaign. Oh, there's an Ice King here. That glows in the presence of orcs, and its wielder was an orc. So as far as the orc was concerned, it's just a glowing axe. Oh, hey, dickhead. What are you doing here? Nope. You have nothing for me. Oh, superior sharpshooter garb. Fighter tunic? Yeah. Let's do that. Big. Equip. Oh, it's based on Sting from Lord of the Rings. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Also, every other named sword in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Like Andoril also glows. And AMR's sword glows once. So,
Yep.
swords like glowing.
Can't do anything about that. Backtracking. Okay, we're getting so close to the fight. Ooh. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. It's almost like I perfectly budgeted out exactly how much time we need to get to where we were going for the stream. That is what happens when you plan shit out. Here we go.
Hurry, brother. We make a piece of the chisel and be gone before they even notice.
Boop.
Boy. Surrender. The old father demands it. No.
Now, the funniest thing about this game is that is, I'm pretty sure,
This fight is mine.
Troy Baker,
Go.
and the other one, ta-da, is Nolan North.
Oh. Nice.
Oh no, brother.
Okay, cool. Guys,
The funny thing is, I'm actually not entirely sure which one is which, because they're both such good voice actors that they could be, that they could each be either. Oh, ow. Dick.
move. Okay, back me up, yeah.
Ow.
So,
Yeah, what's up with these guys?
yeah. Looks like Magni, the one you're fighting with right now,
Yep.
has a lot of, like, patina bronze jewelry, which is, a little weird. Bronze was a super valuable trade good in Scandinavia, but, it was really used a lot in, like, weaponry, because that's very obviously just what you expect.
Yeah.
From the Bronze Age. A lot of the jewelry, though, you're looking at, really does try to be made out of gold and silver. There is bronze jewelry, it exists. There are bronze
Oh, they
Mjolnir
equalize. That's smart.
amulets, especially, that are seen.
Why do you want us? What does Odin want?
But a big two-handed sword like that is
Shut up! Don't call me that!
super historic. Like, it looks more like a 14th century executioner
Ow.
sword than anything that existed at any point in the Viking world. Meanwhile, Modi there, square shields are not a thing. It's a cool design. Like, they're both super cool design, but in terms of actual value, there's some limit. It's just a cool fancy design, and I don't think we should read it as more than that. In terms of what else is going on, though, I see definitely Magni has tattoos.
Yeah.
All over his chest and back. No idea what they're actually saying, because I can't
Ooh, now.
get close enough. And they're moving around too much.
Ow.
But, if I had to take guesses... Oh, actually, I wonder if the bronze things on Magni I was looking at are supposed to be related to Thor's girdle with his belt of strength. which is she actually needs both his belt and gloves in order to actually fight to wield Mjolnir, because it's that heavy. So I wonder if that's supposed to be referencing that.
Ooh. There we go.
Yeah, otherwise you guys are looking like stereotypically Viking, like fancy Viking. Half white, half bare skin, long straggly beards. The modern conception of the tattoos, I don't understand why all the gods have tattoos.
Yeah, I don't know, man. No. Oh, there we go. Oh, shit. Almost messed that one up. Red says Magni is an absolute unit. That is correct.
That is true.
Whew, no. There we go.
Boy, stay focused.
Whew. No, uh-oh. What's he on about? Whew. So,
Yeah. Someone did ask, John Maddox asked, I know the story of how Loki fathered Odin's horse, but how is he the father of hell? So there was a giantess called Angerboda that all the gods so Loki were like, this is a terrible idea. Loki was like, sired 3 kids with her. The Midgard serpent, Fenrir, and Hel. Anyway,
here we
let's
go.
see.
Oh god.
Couple of angry boys. Why are you dumb?
Whew. Oof.
Oof.
What is it? You have no idea.
That's a lot of blood. Nice strike. Okay.
Atreus. Fight me, mate. I'm fucking jacked. As Red will often point out, notice how Modi doesn't say why, but he says how. Maybe that's dipping into spoiler territory, but the phrasing of that question becomes very important later on in the game.
Yeah, it takes. That makes some sense. I'll look forward to that. But yeah, if I had to guess on the how is that there's assuming some similar sort of invulnerability, not to the same extent as Baldur's, almost certainly. But yeah. Also, you just broke the Prozenda. Good job.
We're messing things up all over the place. Speaking of messing things up, Red is mad that I'm pronouncing it Atreus sometimes instead of Atreus. Here's the thing. I pronounce things both ways sometimes. I'm just like that because I'm an edgy son of a bitch. Objectively it probably should be, Atreus if you're being proper Greek, but sometimes I just don't care. And you can fight me, Red. How dare indeed.
If we're using Germanic phonetics, even though Atreus is clearly a Latin name, it would be Atreus, with the stress on the first syllable.
Science says, Blue, you're wrong. I mean, yeah, I know, but it's a reflex. I try to say Atreus as much as I can. Sometimes I just say Atreus. Sometimes I mess up. Not everyone's perfect. which is what everyone says after they realize that they're wrong.
And his father's sword.
Come on.
Not my
Come on.
This will not go over well in Asgard.
I defended us. Nothing more.
There we go.
I feel no judgment.
Judgment, no. But if
Wow.
vengeance is any concern,
When can you be a god?
Oh, look. Atreus is all coughing up a storm. I wonder what that's about. I hope that doesn't become important in the next 30 to 40 minutes.
Sure. That sounds like a next time job.
Yeah. Adam, it is getting to the 2-hour mark. How long are you feeling like going for? Because we're going to be at a logical stopping point very soon. And I want to save the next big act for the next proper stream, because it's going to be real hard to stop in the middle of the next big story beat that we've got going
Yep,
on.
so
So
let's get to a stopping point here.
Yeah.
As long as it's within the next 30 minutes or so.
Perfect.
That's okay.
yeah, upgrade that shit. Woo! Let's see. Cyan texted me something about Cyan says that she and someone in the chat decided that the afterlife is a giant cupcake. I like that. That is a good conception of the afterlife that I'm totally on board with. Sign me right the fuck up. Red says, Cyan, I do know how to sword fight. It would probably be a massacre.
But they're asking who would, in a sword fight, would you or Red win?
Here's the thing. This is assuming that both of us are fighting to kill. Because in real life, I'd probably... the funniest thing is just letting it kind of dink off like, bink. Assuming that we're fighting to kill, I would say that I have the edge on that one, because 4 years of fencing. But in real life, I'd probably just be like, nah, I'll kill myself. I don't want to fight you. Like every shonen protagonist, no, I won't fight you. But if it was an actual fight, I'm sorry, Red, but you're going down.
find their own way to Valhalla. No Valkyrie escort,
OSP Civil War, fucking bring it.
may be significant.
Yep.
Oh, that's underwhelming.
Red says, aw, shucks, dude.
Let's see, and now... Whew. Look at the spiral on that toss. Kratos really has a good arm.
Yeah. Well, he did like open the game by just casually carrying a tree. He better be able to throw, okay?
Yeah, true. Come on. Where am I supposed to put this damn thing? Help me, boy. I'm not very good at solving puzzles. Here? There we go. The problem is that for my D&D character Alcibiades, so I mentioned earlier, was going through a personality crisis born of, fuck that. Not a chance in hell. Because I'm going to, let's try it. It'll be fun. I'm going to die. Oh, no, okay. Sometimes monsters come out and beat the shit out of you.
And other times, what happened?
Yeah. Other times, you just get nice little goodies like that. Red says, we have technically sparred before. I'd say it'd be dramatic and very close. That's fair. Come on. No, that's not what I want. Doing Eskrima at the end of high school was fun. Red and I did the martial art of Eskrima for about a year. No, come back. And that was super cool. Because you just work with the pattern, and then, come on, why? Oh, there we go. Whoops. It's a pattern that repeats, and then you can just spar entirely based on that. And it's super neat. Is the trace going up there?
That's it.
There's an opening.
There we go. And a Eskrima fight would be cool, because it's all like two-stick fighting. Oh yeah, Red's done staff fighting. I've done some staff fighting, very mild amount. I have the benefit of height, but yeah, for me it's swords. For Red, it's stabs and one. Because Red, you've also done Tai Chi, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm just making that up. but I could have sworn that you'd done that in the past. Come on, boy. Press square to boy. There we go.
Yep.
There we go. Red says, don't play the height card. It's played every hour of my day just by existing. No, shit. Oh, well, okay. That's not the smartest thing I've done. Let's try that again. Yeah, Adam, you're listening to me live but watching the stream, so my idiocy is on a 2-second delay.
7 seconds here before I see you screw up hilariously.
What was I saying? Oh, something about Alcibiades. Doing the voices. The problem is that I've been doing Alcibiades' voice every week, and I basically try to make him sound like Thor from the movies so that I can clearly distinguish when I'm speaking in character versus when I'm just talking like myself and out of the game. But the problem is that when I do this voice, for 5 hours basically every week, my ability to do other characters is just completely toast. I was trying to do an Iroh voice after watching Avatar, and it was not Iroh in the slightest. So that is my woes of acting one character so much that my ability to do voices just in general is gone.
Yep.
There we go. Let's see. Cool thing about Tai Chi is that it's super mellow, but if you speed it up, it's brutal, and it synergizes well with other martial arts, even karate. Yeah. I also learned from that episode of Avatar that the word kung fu is Chinese for brutal work, or bitter work, I should say, which I thought was super neat. Cool thing to learn from there.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see. And now, back to the Lake of the Nine we go.
What now then?
Go ahead.
Have a look at the ball.
More time here.
No, I feel better now. I just needed to catch my breath. Where do we go next?
Well, now that we've got the giant's chisel,
What do we need to get?
travel room to yacht line.
Yeah, where do we get the travel ring? Oh, okay, I know where that is. Okay. Okay, cool.
Don't know it?
Sweet. We're going to get back to the Lake of the Nine, and then we'll be in a perfect position to call it, because I don't want to get started on the next broad arc, because that is basically a straight hour and a half of heavy plot, and it's coincidentally, I think, a lot of people's favorite part of the game, for good-ass reasons. But we will get back to the Lake of the Nine and then call it. So, Deco Guyver says, just wanted to say love the Journey to the West videos and all the streams. Thank you. Thank you for your generous super chat donation. Thank you for your kind words and for enjoying Journey to the West. I know that they're a fan favorite, and it's a test of patience to wait. But Red is almost constantly telling me that she's got stuff in the works for Journey to the West. It's not for lack of trying. They just take a lot of effort, because when you're color drawing all of those frames, it's a lot. And she puts so much effort into it because she knows that everyone really loves them so much, and that if she was going to half-ass it, everyone would be very displeased. So it's a case of being worth the wait, I'd say.
I can't imagine the script writing is particularly easy. Journey to the West is not an easy book to read, much less summarize.
Yeah, because Red will say, like, yeah, I've got entire, like, mini story plot arcs going on, and I don't know which one to choose to do, just because there's so much stuff. And it's the problem of, like, if we're ever going to get to the West, we're going to need to cut. But it's the problem with doing it well and doing it thorough.
Have you seen a full edition? It's like 1,000 pages long. It does not mess around.
Yeah, it's objectively ridiculous. Oh, yo, what's that? Oh, shit, it's plot.
No. That's next time.
Okay. Let's see. We're going in here? Yes. Okie
Tyr's vault is behind that magical lock.
doke. So, we're going to call it here, because if we go any further, there's going to be plot developments afoot. So, thank you all so much for tuning into this stream. And for those of you who watched it after the fact, uploaded, thank you for popping in, even if only for a minute. Always having a great time. Really looking forward to the next one. Hopefully, sometime next week. I've got to finish my Mesopotamia video before I can take the time to do frivolities like streaming. But depending on how much work I can get done in the next couple of days, hopefully we'll be able to get back to this very soon, because the next part of the stream is going to be real special, I think. So, Adam, any last thoughts to add before we hop off?
Nope. We saw another area. It was good. This was far more stereotypically Norse compared to Alfheim last time. Now on scheduling, I will be busy for most of next week, but by next weekend I'll be back in town, free hopefully.
Great.
So,
well, stay tuned.
If people are looking for things to do, it'll be at least next weekend, but then we're going to keep going with this.
Coolio. All right, then we will see you all soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Everyone say bye to Red and bye to Cyan as well. Later.